Doobie-da-ba-ba-ba. 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 Sperm Sisters.
This is a story about sisters, just not the kind that you're expecting.
3 years ago, we were strangers, living separate lives.
Now we know we're biological sisters, connected by the same sperm donor.
And that's just the beginning.
This podcast dives headfirst into the how, the why, and the uncomfortable questions no one seems to want to answer.
Uncovering secrets the medical world would rather keep buried. How many donor-conceived people are there really?
No one can give a straight answer. Not the clinics, not the system, no one.
So, how many siblings could be walking past us every day without a clue?
It's messy, it's shocking. At times, it's almost impossible to believe.
And somehow, it's also really funny.
Come with us as we dig deeper, ask the uncomfortable questions, and laugh our way through the chaos of discovering who we really are and just how many of us there might be.
Coming up on this week's episode of Sperm Sisters. Is it nature versus nurture for these separated twins?
Both of their adoptive parents called them James, unknowingly, to each other. Both had childhood dogs named Toy. How weird is that?
We get Mandy back on the phone.
I'm not sure. There might have been 3 or 4.
Okay. Oh, that's not as bad.
That's not as bad.
And can we find sisterly similarities with the sorting hat?
Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw.
Ah, yes. That well-known house, Ravenclaw. Welcome back to the podcast.
Yay. Thank you, Helen.
So we thought.
No, that was a good intro. Ourselves?
Yeah.
We always say that, and it's always me who always says, let's introduce ourselves. So shall we do it today?
Yes.
Yes. Should we go? Let's go youngest to eldest this time.
That's me. My name's Helen, and I'm 35 years old.
Hello, little sister. I'm your middle sister, and my name is Gemma, and I am, how old are we? 36. We're 36.
And I'm the eldest, and I'm Natasha. Also 36.
Also 36. 30. Wait. Also 36. Okay, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Today, we're talking about one of humanity's oldest debates, nature versus nurture. And what I also want to say is, hilariously, for the nature versus nurture thing, when we arrived today, I saw Nat's notes and was like, fuck, what are you doing? And she'd also planned nature versus nurture.
Coincidental.
Or is it? That's the thing.
Nature versus
Maybe that was just nature. So what we're going to do is be a part 1, part 2, because actually I think we've covered different things. So
We hope. We'll find out.
well, we don't know. Are you ready for my little spiel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we shaped more by genetics or by the people, places, trauma, culture, and weird internet access that raised us? Because if you're donor conceived, this question gets very real very fast. You grow up thinking your personality is entirely your own, and then one day you meet a biological sibling who laughs like you, talks with their hands like you, has the same oddly specific fear of wet socks, and suddenly DNA starts feeling a little too powerful. At the same time, we all know genetics can't explain everything. Otherwise, every child raised in Britain would become either David Beckham or just emotionally unavailable. So today, we're diving into the famous nature versus nurture case studies, separated twins with terrifyingly similar lives, whether talent is inherited, is personality genetic, and why donor-conceived people seem uniquely qualified to spiral about all of this. We'll also be asking the important scientific questions. Can you inherit music taste? Is being chronically late genetic? And at what point is it weird to laugh in the same way at things that definitely aren't funny? So, whether you believe humans are shaped by DNA, environment, or simply years of emotional damage and access to Wi-Fi, welcome. Let's get into it.
What a gorgeous start, Helen.
Really lovely.
Also,
I never felt so seen. I'm really aware that I'm about to have my mind blown with all of this.
Also, by the way, I don't think any of us have a fear of wet socks.
No, I felt when you said it, I was like, have we talked about this?
Who's scared of wet socks? Not I, but I was like also kind of, I couldn't think of anything that we're all scared of.
We'll find out.
But we will find out. That's for your one, actually. Spiders? Yeah, I don't like spiders.
Spiders are awful.
Do either of you actually know anything about where like nature versus nurture facts or where it sort of comes from at all?
Nope.
I don't know anything about this, but it's always fascinated me.
Yeah, same.
But I feel like I've never gone down the rabbit hole because I don't think I'd ever get out of it. Like, because you could just keep on going with it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If you pass me my cards, I might be able
To tell you exactly what it is. Wait for part 2. Well, what I will say is, just simplifying it, is obviously, are you born a certain way, or does your environment and childhood experiences create you as a person? So that's the main thing to think of. Oh, wait, before we do it, what do you actually think? Do you think it's nature or nurture? Like how you are who you are?
I think it's a bit of both.
You think a bit of both?
Yeah.
What, 50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50-50.
But maybe not by the end of this.
Yeah, I'm the
You know what I
same.
mean? Like,
But for now, you both think 50-50.
we'll go with 50-50.
Yes.
I'm good. I don't know. Sorry. I feel like you're looking at me as if I know.
What's the
What is I also don't know. I would personally go more 80-20
To what?
nature.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So
Bit
you're
more fun.
You're 80-20, we're 50-50. Okay, let's see if
And
our
I'll
numbers
re-ask
change.
you at the end then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Or if you're listening along, obviously right now, or watching or whatever, at this point, ding, give us your predictions. Do you think it's going to be 50-50? And comment again with what you think it's going to be.
At the end.
At the end.
Yes.
Love it. One of the most famous examples is the case study of the Jim twins, often used in discussions about nature versus nurture, because it's just become absolutely legendary. It's been studied from 1979 researchers at the University of Minnesota. There were identical twin brothers who were both adopted at 4 weeks old, but raised by entirely different families, and then reintroduced to one another at 39 years old. So the similarities were bizarre enough when they met up again at age 39 that this story has actually become legendary. Obviously, both of their adoptive parents called them James, unknowingly, to each other. Both had childhood dogs named Toy. How weird is that? Yeah. Which also, I've never heard of a dog called Toy.
And that definitely sounds like, you know, parents saying, what, do you want to call your new puppy? Toy.
Toy.
Yeah.
Right. They both married women named Linda.
What? True.
Yeah, no, this is 100% true.
Wow.
They both then later married women named Betty. And then they both had sons with very similar names. Both worked in law enforcement related jobs. Both liked woodworking. Both drove similar cars. Both had tension headaches and both bit their nails.
Oh my God.
I think the dog called Toy is the weirdest one, personally.
That's... Yes, because...
It's a shit name anyway.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
And like you say, it does feel like they've gone, what do you want to call the dog?
Yeah.
And they've both gone, Toy.
Researchers obviously use this case to argue that genetics clearly in that scenario strongly influence personality, interests, habits, intelligence, and even some social behaviours. So because of the two Jims and how mad that story is, that's when there was like a larger Minnesota study of twins reared apart. And they wanted to study twins raised separately to estimate how much of human behaviour is inherited.
So that's like the catalyst. Their situation is the catalyst for all of this.
Well,
research.
no, not really, because there's also been things by like Charles Darwin. I don't have enough of the information, but Charles Darwin's cousin was one of the first ones who started talking about nature versus nurture.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so this has gone back ages.
Hundreds of years.
God, ages. Whatever Darwin was about. Just ages, basically. But in America, for like more, relatable or crazy studies where people are actively researching it, that was 79.
Okay.
Well, I was going to ask, what pets did you have when you were little?
I had a cat.
Called?
Fred.
No.
No, we didn't have a cat.
We didn't have a cat called Fred, no. Is that it?
Yeah.
You only had one cat?
Yep.
Oh.
Lived a long life.
Well, actually, cats do live an awfully long time.
What did you have? Dogs?
Dogs and fish.
I knew you were going to say fish.
Yeah, but our goldfish kept dying all the time, didn't they?
Yeah, so we had a few goldfish.
Oh, what were they called?
Oh, like Goldie.
No.
Oh, well.
I don't think they ever survived long enough for them to really have names.
Mine was always called
We used
Rosie.
to get them from the fair in the plastic bag.
Yeah, we did as well.
Yeah.
It's not terrible that was the thing.
Yeah.
Exciting though.
Helen had about six different goldfish, and they were all called Rosie, but Helen thought they were the same fish. And she'd go down in the morning, because Mum actually went to the pets at home of the day to go and get our top up fish, because Rosie would always die. And then Helen would come down in the morning, little trot down, and then she'd be like, "Why is Rosie sleeping?" And then Mum would go like, "Oh, I'm not sure. She's probably just having a lie-in or something like that." Mum would go like, "Fuck!" and then drop Helen off at preschool, rush to the pet shop, and then Helen would come back and be like, "Oh, she's awake, but she looks fatter this time. Oh, she's just eaten a lot, darling." So Helen.
But that was one from a fair. Well, I mean, obviously, there's been
the original.
The original Rosie was from a fair, so like a traditional goldfish.
How long did she last, the original?
The lie?
Oh,
sorry, no.
I thought Rosie was the same Rosie for years, I think.
Do you know what? Oh, call Mandy.
Hello.
Hello. Can I ask you a question, please?
Yes.
You know when we were little and I had Rosie, the goldfish?
Yes.
How many Rosies were there?
I'm not sure. There might have been 3 or 4.
Okay. Oh, that's not as bad.
That's not as bad. How long did you have to keep that up for?
Until we got Barney.
Is that why we got a dog?
Yes, I couldn't take the trauma of it.
So did you just wait for Rosie the 4th to pass and then we went and got Barney?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Mum.
Can you remember what Gemma's fish were called?
No.
Did they all survive?
Hers didn't survive either. She had Sparkle once, I think.
I can remember the names.
Oh, go on.
The first one was called Pearly, because she was pearl-coloured. The second one was called Torty, because she was tortoise shell. And the third one was called Silvery, because she was silver.
Silvery, not Sparkle, that's it.
Mum.
Get it right, Mandy. It was silvery.
God. I spent my mornings while you were at playgroup going around the different aquariums to try and get matching roses.
Oh,
That's
so lovely.
thank you for doing that.
So glad you loved your second child to bother.
Did you ever bother replacing Silvery or not worth it? No denial.
Thanks, Mum.
Thanks, Mum.
Okay, darling.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. She hung up on me.
Savage.
Classic. No, I was kind of hoping for a moment where we would all have the same pet.
Well, we went along the
Unless-
same theme of colours.
Yes.
Hello.
Well,
It's not far off. But it's an important caveat to say that the Jim twins didn't prove that nature wins. Okay? So modern scientists would say that twin studies show genetics matter a lot, but they do not prove that nurture is unimportant. So obviously they've only grown up 40 miles away from one another.
right.
If I'm going to be annoying, we don't know if there wasn't like a TV program of the time that had a dog called Toy.
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Cultural.
And how many
elements.
Lindas are there? That's supposed to be American.
American.
That ain't Ohio.
How many bloody Lindas are there? But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in fact, what we can now surmise from this one case study.
That word blew you away then.
Yeah. I was like,
So it shows that intelligence appears influenced by both genes and environment. So going back to your 50-50, personality traits are partially heritable, but things like political beliefs, mental health risks, hobbies can all have genetic components. And environment still strongly shapes outcomes, opportunities, value, trauma responses, and identity.
Right.
Again, I'm not really going to touch too much on that because I think that leads more into your one.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, lovely.
So instead, I'm now going to give you some famous people examples of nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
And we can decide if we think they are nature or nurture as to why they are who they are.
Okay.
Love this.
Do you want a musical one or a sports one first?
Music.
My music one, Mozart. Was Mozart gifted or was he basically just homeschooled into being Mozart?
Gifted.
Gifted, because wasn't he like 5 or something when he wrote his first?
He was a genius.
What's it?
He was a genius. Well, okay, so he was a musical prodigy, yes, and he had exceptional auditory memory. Do you want to actually know a cool fact about Mozart?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's this choral piece that used to only be performed in I believe it was the Vatican, and it was never sung outside of the Vatican. And he basically was 14 at the time, went to the Vatican, listened to it, and he left and remembered it perfectly and wrote it all down at 14. So he did have like an insane memory.
Why didn't we get that gene?
Speak for yourself. I'm sick at pears. So those are my, obviously, arguments for Mozart being nature. However, on the flip side of that, his dad was a music teacher. He had intensive training since early childhood and obviously grew up immersed in music.
Right.
So what do you
So
think
is
now?
this like a 50-50 thing?
Well, what do you think?
I do think it's nature.
I think that's nature.
Yeah. I think he was...
I mean, I also think it's nature, to be honest.
Yeah, so don't fight it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we know that all of us are quite creative.
Yes, very.
None of us do sorry, it's not boring to work in an office at all. I just think like none of us would do well in that environment.
I mean, I've tried working in an office and I did it for about 3 weeks.
Is that
It's less about it being an office, isn't it? It's about like
It's
the like data.
I also think like a very strict routine of
Processing.
yeah.
It's definitely
Yeah,
a processing
yeah.
issue that we
I
all
think
share.
it's a processing issue.
Yes, that's spot on.
LeBron James, the way he's built, he was built for elite genetics for athleticism with his height, his coordination and physical endurance.
Yeah.
But there's an argument for nurture because, again, he was subjected to like extreme training from childhood. He had really easy access to coaching and competition and had an obsessive work ethic.
Well, I think that's nature, isn't it? That like obsessive work ethic. I think that's nature. And I think the fact that he was tall is obviously nature, but a lot of it is nurture, I think.
Which I guess is the same if you think about like Lewis Hamilton. Didn't his dad really, really push for like loads of training? God, I can only apologise.
Williams sisters, they were coached by their dad from like as soon as they could stand and hold a racket.
Well, the Jacksons.
Yes.
The Jackson 5.
Yeah.
The Kardashians?
Ooh.
Nat hates them.
I do.
Why do you hate them so much?
I just think, they haven't brought anything positive to the world.
No.
They haven't.
That's a fair point, they haven't.
Why do you like them?
I just absolutely
Why?
just stick it in my veins. I love reality TV.
Yeah, but you know that I love reality TV.
Yeah, so why you don't like them, I don't understand. 'Cause they are
Can't bear
gold.
them.
Any
It's not
of
the sort
them.
of reality TV I like.
What kind of reality?
You like sunsets and selling sunsets.
That's
It's
completely
different.
That is different.
Is it?
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Different.
It is different.
But it's like a similar vibe.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
There's less Machiavellian narcissists in there. Granted, you have to be some level of narcissist to be in a show like that. But there's the next fucking level that I don't think Machiavellian himself would have imagined that the Kardashians would ever top him in theory. Like, it's just nuts. Thank you.
Sorry, I respect Kris Jenner. You've got to think about what she came from, and she's now created a business empire through
Selling her kids.
selling her children.
Yeah, I think she's a fucking great person.
I'm not saying she's nice, but I'm saying you do have to.
She's a businesswoman. Like, she's the ultimate businesswoman, sure.
And it's just quite fascinating.
It is fascinating, but I wouldn't.
Like, have you seen all the stuff with Northwest now?
What's her name?
Northwest.
As in the direction.
And they're like launching her now.
I think it's so wrong. Just let kids be kids.
Yeah, but
I was wearing a Gap hoodie and
I was wearing the Kappa Poppers.
yeah.
Shit. That's quite cool. I think Kappa Poppers is very cool.
The Kappa Poppers.
I was heavily into Harry Potter and had a Harry Potter cap.
Cap?
What Harry Potter house would you be in?
Yeah, but you two both hate Harry Potter as well.
Yeah,
I know what house I'd be in,
I
though.
don't fucking know as well. What would you be? Say it on the same thing.
Hufflepuff. Oh, sorry.
That's so obvious, though.
I was going to say Hufflepuff.
Oh,
For you.
going to say
Ravenclaw.
that's the
Best one.
What were you about to say?
I thought that's the nasty ones are in.
No, Slytherin.
Ah, yes. Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw.
Ah, yes. That well-known house, Ravenclaw. I'd be in Hufflepuff. I think you'd be Gryffindor personally.
Why? They're such goody-goodies.
Yes.
They fucking
You'd be
piss me off.
Gryffindor.
You bloody goody over there. You would be though.
No, I fucking wouldn't.
Don't fight it.
Why would I be a Gryffindor?
Do you think I'd be in Hufflepuff?
Yes. Sorry, do you think LeBron James is nature versus
Christ.
nature or no?
I think I'm going to go nurture more.
Yeah.
I think nurture. Yeah. I'd say probably 70% nurture, 30% nature.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ted Bundy.
Oh. Oh.
Do you know who Ted Bundy is? I can see you be like, when do I announce I don't know who that is?
He's a bad guy.
He's a real bad.
Yeah.
He'd be in Slytherin.
What did he do again?
Ted Bundy killed loads of like young women.
Students.
Students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a series on it.
Yeah, Zac Efron was
Yeah.
Ted Bundy. Hot.
Yeah.
The nature argument would be some researchers point to the fact that obviously he has or had, I don't know if he's dead or not, but he had a lot of superficial charm, a complete lack of empathy, because obviously he's a possible psychopath, impulsivity, and was incredibly manipulative. So that's probably nature.
I'd say that's nature.
Nature, but do we know about his childhood?
Well,
Was he abused or something?
yeah, he experienced very unstable early identity issues, discovering that his sister was actually his mum.
Oh.
And he had lots of like childhood emotional disturbances. So he was exposed to violence and pornography, which he later blamed himself for, though experts dispute that.
Okay, that's quite interesting.
So that's all quite weird. So whether he was like trying to,
So maybe he was like
I think he was,
predisposed
yeah.
to mental health.
Yeah. Maybe
It's not-
there's a lot of stuff that's in us, but only if we are exposed to stuff,
Yeah.
it's drawn out and then it becomes nurture.
I think you probably also have to think about like the side of that addiction as well, because addiction is obviously an inherited trait.
Yeah.
But probably if you grow up in a household that's seen that a lot.
If you've been exposed to drug addiction
Yeah.
or something along those lines and you have that gene, you are, I'm assuming, more likely to follow the pattern.
Yeah.
Yet, if you were, for example, donor conceived and you had the addiction gene inherited, but you weren't brought up in an environment where there was drug addiction, maybe it wouldn't present itself.
But would that then present itself in a different way, like gambling? Because that's an addictive thing.
Yeah.
If you live down the road from a...
You don't always have
Gambling.
to be addicted to drugs. You can be addicted to like online shopping. You can be just like food
Yeah.
addiction,
Yeah.
anything.
Could, rear its head in another form.
Now, do you think that you have an addictive personality?
No,
No.
I don't think so. I don't stick with things for very long. It's a major flaw of mine. Do you think you
I don't think you do.
have?
I've got a slight addictive personality. Like I can get obsessive about things, I think. Not obsessive like in a freaky way, but it's in like, I used to be addicted to Sims all the time.
You were so addicted to Sims.
Yes. Sims.
I remember crying one Christmas Eve because we used to share a room on Christmas Eve and Gemma would not get off the computer playing Sims. And I ended up going, "You're ruining Christmas." Because
So every Christmas now, whenever something mild happens, I'm, you're ruining Christmas.
yeah, you were fully addicted to Sims.
Have you ever got addicted to anything?
Online shopping, buying bags.
Bags. I did go through a phase of continuously buying bags.
She bought a bag a week at one point.
Really?
Yeah. Just was obsessed with buying bags. Also, when I went to uni, I kept eating cream cheese and cherry tomato sandwiches, and that's like all I ate. Because I liked them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'll have that for tea. And that's all I ate for like a good year.
Yeah. I got addicted to nasal sprays for 8 years.
You told me about this.
Yeah. And then I got my friends hooked as well. Because basically...
You have to go
Cool, man.
You got to try this.
It's called Otravine. Other brands are available. Yeah, basically, it's the most middle-class addiction other than cocaine, because, yes, it's up the nose. So I went skiing and I had a cold or something. I couldn't breathe at the time, and I don't know where I got it from, but I had some Otravine and I used it too often. And then for 8 years, I was still on it.
Just
Every 4 hours I had to use it.
no.
Yeah, I was addicted to that.
She would panic if she couldn't find it in her bag.
I would get to the point where I was like, I couldn't breathe properly because I'd be freaking out. The old bottles used to just be like, not like the plunge ones like that. You know, those types of bottles, they were like screw top ones and like a flimsy plastic bottle. If I was out, I'd get the dregs and I'd cut the bottle open and tip it up my nose. So to answer your question, yeah, I've got an addictive personality. I cannot. Yeah, it was that bad.
That's
and I did go cold turkey and I had the worst headaches and withdrawal symptoms. I had to take like 2 days off work coming off it and I couldn't leave the house.
Yeah.
Wow. That is terrible. There will be like a thing about that in the future, I think.
It's already coming out now. It's like it's a medication beginning with X.
Okay, so after all that then, I mean, that's been pretty eye-opening from Gemma anyway.
Do you want smoke, Shavine?
I got it. Got the goods.
I'm good for a bit. What do you think now then? Do you think you're still 50-50 nature versus nurture, or are you swinging more to one or each other?
I'm still 50-50, I think.
Me too.
Maybe after part 2, that might change.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still 50-50. I think it's made me think about it more like, I do think that if you are exposed to things, you're more likely to draw that trait out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Rather than it being instilled into you. Mm-hmm. You can be hardwired to a good work ethic, but unless you see an example of it, you wouldn't know how to instruct it.
Exactly.
That's good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, because it massively helps us and our reach. And we would love to know what you think in the comments about the 50-50. Do you agree with me in that? Or do you think it's also 80-20 like Helen? Let us know. And we'll see you in part 2, Nature versus Nurture. Bravo!
Bye!
Bye!